Hi, Eliana. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes and let everybody come in. Hi, Miss L. How are you guys doing today? Tell me about your day. I'm hiding today, if you can't tell. I didn't want to do my makeup. Miss L says, I'm cooking, so I'll be listening. Thank you, Miss L. Miss Tina should be joining us soon. Me and her went to the Ham Festival today. The Ham Festival is the little town we live in. It has a little festival once a year. So me and Miss Tina went up there, did a little shopping. Eliana says she's good. I'm good. I had a little bit of a different day. So I told Miss Tina we were gonna do the live and I was gonna come home and shower and put my makeup on and yeah, I didn't do none of that stuff. Let's see. Oh, Miss Tina's here. Hi, Miss Tina. I was just telling them about Hamfest and how we got to go shopping today. Had to run a quick bracelet shopping errand. Miss L says she's dealing with her karmic being a butthole. We very much look forward to our Hamfest in this little town, Miss L. There's really not a whole lot to do around here. So once a year we get to all go to town and see everybody. Yay. I'm hoping Katie will join us. I did it a little early today. Junior's working today, his 12-hour shift. So I'm going to try to have it finished before he gets home. But I didn't want to be in a big rush either. So I just thought I would start early. So Eliana says that she loved to pick a card this morning, and she picked Group One, Palo Santo. She said, of course, the patience card came up, so that is pretty funny. I didn't actually notice that. Miss Tina says Katie's reunion, yeah, for sure. Sometimes you don't necessarily want to reunite with everybody. It is a very nice event. We get a lot of people come from all over. I went yesterday with Junior and the kids, of course, and Messina kind of explained it to me. The local explanation is Friday is the local group comes. Saturday is when you get like everybody and their mother, and then Sunday is the last day. It's like the discounted price. Everybody's going home type of situation. But yeah, it very much is a little bit of a Katie's reunion for sure. I gotta show you guys my bracelet before we get started and everybody gets in here. So me and Messina went up to Hamfest today. I actually seen these yesterday and I'm gonna use this one. And I told her, I was like, you have to come with me so you can check out these bracelets. Have you guys ever heard of snap jewelry? Have you guys heard of that? Like I never heard of this before. But you see this bracelet? It's got that pretty little, which way? Topper there. Watch this. Oh, if I can do it without breaking it. It snaps off. Isn't that crazy? So like the one I have on, and you can like intermingle all the different bracelets. I'm not selling these. I'm totally just showing you guys. But how cool is that? Like I seen it yesterday, and so I came home and told Miss Tina, and I was like, oh, we got to go back up there. So Junior, poor Junior, gave me some more money so I can get even more. And then, of course, Miss Tina had to get hers. But aren't those cool? Have you guys ever seen those before? Can't believe I turned my music off. I totally forgot. I was like, since I'm not doing the camera and it's just gonna be us, I totally was gonna leave my music on so I can listen to music. I wish YouTube would let us listen to music. They are cool, Eliana. I totally loved how you can change them out, and they were so inexpensive. I think she was charging $2 for each one that you can change out, and I just thought that was so cool. Of course, me and Messina, we had to get like her website so we could find out where to get more. All right, guys. So it looks like we're starting to get a couple people from the Facebook group also. So if you guys, as you come in, if you want to comment, just make sure that you hit that StreamYard link because Junior is not here to help me, so I will not be able to swap back and forth today. I'm not in a big hurry today. Like with today's readings, I figured we would talk a little bit about the spiritual protection. I've had a few people in the Etsy shop come in and ask me a few questions over the last couple of days, so I thought it would be a good topic to address. And then I just thought we would just do some free readings. If you guys have questions, just want to see what's coming up, that type of thing. Did you guys check out the pick a card this morning? Have you guys all had a chance to check that out? I know Eliana said she did. She picked the Palo Santo. And Eliana, I gotta tell you what happened with the Palo Santo. So I've been wanting some Palo Santo for quite some time, and at this festival, that we have. They have all kinds of stuff like that there. But I have a neighbor who made my moon dream catcher, and she actually had a tent there, and she was selling Palo Santo. And I went on both days and picked up Palo Santo on both days and put it right back down, and totally forgot about it. I was so concerned about the bracelet. I'm definitely going to have to get me some. I normally just use sage. And then, of course, my crystals and candles. Me and Messina was talking. She likes the light. I think she picked group 5, the white light. So that's one of my favorites too. Yeah, there she says, I follow the light. That's what we're supposed to do, Miss Tina. Definitely. All right, guys. So I see 4 people in here. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I was really hoping Katie would join us too. Um, Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. And I did a little research to do for the pick a card this morning, because I was talking to Katie. I'm sure you guys remember she comes in our lives pretty often, but she was telling me about a situation, something she had seen, and we kind of come across things sometimes, and we're not really prepared for them. We might not even know what they are. I think sometimes that's best. Knowledge is key, and it goes both ways. Um, I personally myself, like I was telling me and Miss, we're talking earlier. I personally myself don't really. I follow the white light also, so I don't really do. I do shadow work. I think a lot of people get things confused and like get definitions of words confused. Because I remember talking one time to another Etsy client customer, and I was telling her that I just really don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. And I really believe that it's like your belief is what how you're going to be affected. Is there people out there that think that they can do certain things? Absolutely. But are you protected? Absolutely. Um, I know we have like difficult things and little things happen, throughout our life that, and I don't want to say little things because sometimes they're major, but things happen throughout our life that like we struggle and we think something's like against us, or like, I use the dark cloud following us in the description. I think, um, that's kind of common, right? It happens and we're like, oh, we're having like a streak of bad luck or something like that. And we just kind of sometimes think that it could be like someone doing something to us or like some sort of negative energy. I think a lot of times And I don't want to step on any toes because I know we all do this, including myself, but a lot of times we're kind of manifesting it on our own, right? It's like we think something is a certain way, so we're like, oh, that must be what's happening. And then we think on it so much and put so much energy towards it that we actually manifest it into existence. So what I want to say about like spiritual protection is I feel like as long as you're following the light, I mean, you're not out there like purposely trying to find negative things. Is there negativity out there? Absolutely. There's just as much good as there is bad. There's just as much bad as there is good. It all balances out. It's all very equal. So there are things that people do, and I did pick 5 of them today to do the pick a card. We talked about the Palo Santo. We talked about the sage, the burning of herbs. It's not really just sage. There's several different herbs, and they have different meanings. We talked about the crystals, um, the essential oils, and the candles, the white candles or white light. Um, and there's several more. Like I was telling Christina, I was like, I just picked 5. Like when I was doing the research this morning, there was several. But I just really picked that 5 because I feel like those are the most common and those are the ones that people know about the most. And those might be the ones that people won't be in fear of because there is a lot of different things you can do. There's a lot of different ritualistic things that you can do. But a lot of times people that just don't really have the knowledge will kind of, again, just like a misdefinition, like the word is not defined the way they believe it is, and so they automatically put like a negative tone or a negative energy towards it. So I would say like do your research and look at all the different ones that you can find out there. Find the one that you feel the most comfortable with. I feel like it's pretty easy for some people, like Miss Tina and the light. That one is pretty easy for her. Um, but yeah, like certain things will just follow you. Mine, I think, is the crystals. It's like everywhere I turn around, there's more crystals and more. I'm learning about different ones and like what the different ones mean and what they do. And I do take them with me. There was one group, I can't remember which group it was, but there was one group in the pick a card that was a work situation. I think there was a couple that was a work situation, but there was one where I mentioned that like if you are having the situation at work, make sure to take them with you. Like I have some in my car that I just leave in my car and they protect me when I'm driving. And then I have some that I'll keep in my purse or my pocket. And it really just depends like where you're at. When I used to work at this little gas station that's like right down the road from my house. It was right after the divorce and it was like right when I was like transitioning into life. And I had this little part-time job and it's right on the interstate. So like you're constantly seeing people. There's people always coming in, always coming in. And you don't know what kind of energy you're going to come across. So I would always keep them in my pocket when I would work there. And I just always found that they seemed to work. Now, I never really put too much focus. Like some people are just really dead set on this one is for this and this one is for that. I really honestly genuinely believe wholeheartedly that it's what your belief is. If you believe something, you make it so. Miss L says, I pray and talk to my higher self when bad stuff happens to me. That's a really good advice, Mrs. L. Find balance, try to fix or change for positive. That's kind of Miss Tina's motto. Also, Mrs. L, she always tells me pull the positive from the negative. And Miss L says, I see spiritual signs all the time. I notice things a lot, Mrs. L, but I don't necessarily know if I'm noticing it um, because it's a sign or if I'm noticing it because, like I said earlier, when we put our energy into a certain direction, we very much can tend to manifest that situation. Um, so yeah, I feel like that happened to me and Messina today. I had went to the ham fest and was telling her about a situation that had happened to me the day before. And I think it was so fresh on my mind and like I made such a big deal about it. And sure enough, it happened again. So it was like, just in case you didn't get it the first time, here's 2. Miss L says clear quartz can be programmed for anything. Yes. I do, if you notice on my desk, I do keep a lot of clear quartz and amethyst. It's very much like my favorites. It's very much the ones that I feel like protect me the most. And you want to know what's weird is another thing I've noticed is it's also the ones that get the dirtiest. You know how they say to put them out for full moon so they can get clean? Like it really does work. I can actually like look in here and see these little like black spots and stuff, especially depending on like how busy I am, tarot reading wise. And they get really dirty, and then I'll sit them out at the full moon. And sometimes, like, I can still see it when I bring it in because I know Junior was like, I remember the first time I did it, Junior was like, let me see. I want to see how clean it got. And there was still a couple of specks, and of course, he had to notice them. But it's still over time faded. You know what I mean? Like, over that next day or so. I picked it back up and it did feel very light and clean. That's another thing I noticed. I don't know about you guys, but like mine, when they're dirty or like they need cleansing, they feel heavy. Definitely like feel like a weight to them. And when they're clean, they feel super light. You guys tell me, what do you guys use? Like I know Miss Tina does the light. Miss L says she speaks to her higher self. Eliana, tell me what you do. Miss L says oneness with meditation, and she gets downloads. So I very much meditate. I try to do white light surrounding me. That's very much how I like will start my tarot readings and things like that when I'm getting myself prepared for me and whoever I'm doing the reading for. So I always do that. I actually got that from a different tarot reader that I watched, that Soulful Revolution. I don't know if you guys have checked her out yet, but very much my teacher person, I would say. And so she talks about how whenever she's preparing for readings, like even if she's doing the YouTube videos, she will always put like a white light protection, just like a big bubble around anyone who's watching her videos, anyone whose energy is exchanging with her. And I just think that's an amazing thing to do. And it's just one of the things that I've gotten into like a habit every time I go to do it. I even do it at night, like when I'm going to sleep. Miss Tina does meditate a lot. She likes to look out her window. Miss Tina has a very nice view of her backyard, just saying. Eliana says she uses crystals. What kind of crystals? What are your favorites? Like I would say the amethyst and the clear quartz are my favorite. I took Messina took us to Red River Gorge. It's like Eastern Kentucky. We did this. They had like a little mining station there. Have you guys ever done that? Like where you pay like $10 for the bucket and they sit you down and you can sit there and sift through and get all the different crystals and stuff. A lot of these is that's where I got these from. Um, but Miss Tina had never been and Junior had never been, so we totally went and did it. And it was funny because they thought it was like watching people like like it was almost like they'd found gold in there. The bigger they got too, Junior got so excited, which of course the bigger they are, the nicer they are. But I just thought it was so funny to see them how excited they get. Do you remember doing that, Miss Tina? Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Oops. I was supposed to set a reminder and I forgot. And we've already been on here for a while. All right, guys. So do you guys want to do some readings and see if anyone else comes in? Like I said, I'm not in a big hurry today. I just wanted to get started early so I could make sure to be done um, before Junior got home, or at least shortly after he gets home. Miss Tina says, yeah, she remembers and she wants to do it again. It is fun. We probably don't have to go all the way out to Red River Gorge, though, Miss Tina. Like, I'm pretty sure we can probably find one a little bit closer. Oh, I wanted to show you guys my tree. So the same neighbor lady that I have that made my moon thingy, she also, I'm like brain farting today. Like I can't think of the words right when I'm getting ready to say it. She also made this, or she sold me this. I don't know if she particularly made this, but she does make like these little homemade, thingies. An amethyst bonsai tree. How cool is that? Can you guys see it? So I stuck it out here. I love all the purple. I put it back here in the back and you totally can't really see it. Got that at Hamfest too. Sorry, I almost forgot. So Eliana says Amethyst, Black Tourmaline, Tiger's Eye, and she has so many favorites. I have this amazing Tiger's Eye that we got. Look at this. This is one of the ones that I think Junior found this one when we were digging in the bucket at the mining place. So I thought that out of all the finds that we got, I just thought that was pretty amazing. It's really easy to get the quartz and the different ones, but it's really rare to see like the rubies or the tiger's eye. So Miss L says she is totally ready for a reading on her and the water sign masculine. I can do that. Let's see. She says, I love the good luck trees. All right. I'm so glad to hear that you guys use the crystals too. And I actually I would say in the last 2 years, started to learn about all the different crystals and started gathering them. And it's so weird how quickly you will get them. It's like from somebody who didn't know too much about them to all of a sudden they're all over my house. The black tourmaline, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I actually got 2 pieces of that. I had to go to my aunt, a relative. I just knew that she would have it. It was weird because I knew I needed it and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was going up north to visit my family and I just knew she would have it. And so I just followed my instincts and I went over there and I was like, hey, by chance, do you have this thing? And she was like, yep, sure do. So I keep one of those in my car and then one of those in here with me. All right, Miss L, let's see what's going on with you and your water sign masculine. Oops. Well, maybe. So Witch's Tarot, the modern Witch's Tarot. I love these cards because they're super glossy and super shiny. But shuffling, this deck is so large. All right. Let's just see what comes out, Miss L. Five of Swords, Queen of Wands, King. Ooh, there's a match. That's an odd match. Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords. Oh, Miss L. All right. Did anybody notice that there's not a single cup? Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom. So Miss L asked for a specific question. I love when this happens, don't you, Miss L? All right, so I know you asked about a specific person, but it's definitely not talking about that person, Mrs. L. I see lots of swords and wands. There's only the one pinnacle, the Fool, Uranus, Virgo energy. The Fool is the only major arcana. Do you see this? Wow. All right, so Five of Swords is disagreements, arguments. Somebody's just not happy. There is a match here, the King and Queen of Wands. It is very much about confidence. Of course, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it's almost like these two people are the people that are battling. Like these are the two people going at it. Ace of Swords is coming out, Seven of Wands and Seven of Swords together. So this is like some sort of new communication is needed, but people have their boundaries are too tight. Seven of Wands is like you're pushing everybody back. Seven of Wands, not necessarily you. This could be someone else around you, Miss Like this could be someone pushing you back. Um, this could be about competition or feeling like there's too much competition. But I'm definitely getting like it's more about boundaries, like someone trying to protect themselves from something. Seven of Swords could be what they're trying to protect themselves from. Notice that the Seven of Wands, which is the like needing boundaries and defending themselves, is under the Queen of Wands. And notice that the Seven of Swords, which is about like trickery and deceit and maybe doing something that behind your back, Mrs. L, is behind the King of Wands. So that's kind of sticking out to me. The Queen of Pinnacles is about taking control of situation. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith, really having trust in spirit that this is where you're at or this is what you're supposed to be doing, something like that. But Nine of Swords coming out under this person is like this person continues to cause you some sort of like mental anguish. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of anxiety going on with this person, but it's probably because you have to keep looking behind your back to see what this person is doing. So Mrs. L, like in the group today, I mean, in that pick a card today, what was that? Oh, there was one like this. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like the person was trying to like do something behind their back, like trying to be slick or sly or something like that. I feel like that sometimes too, Mrs. L, especially today. Like, um, we shouldn't say that. We should never say that they're never gonna change. But yeah, like I just had this kind of like, well, I did it to myself, honestly, because I went and I manifested the things, like I said, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like a reminder. We are in Mercury retrograde, so that is very much about like old energy coming back around. And really just comes back around to see like if you're over it yet. Like, are you through it? Have you dealt with it? And I really get really upset with myself when I realize that, like, you know, I haven't or I'm not. Tense and anxiety is not your energy, so that has to be like this other person over here, right? Um, the King of Wands to me sometimes is someone who's like sometimes overly confident. It's like they think this is always the way it's going to be. Things aren't going to change, that type of situation. I do too, Miss L. I do too. All right, so who's next? Miss L broke the ice today. I want to see if there was any. Still not a single the Eight of Cups. Ooh, Miss L. We can't say never. We have to stop saying never because, like I said, we speak things into existence. So I think that's why we always have to say positive things. Um, it's hard sometimes. Oh, thank you, Miss L. All right. So is Eliana still in here? Eliana, are you still with us? I know Cheryl was asking when we're gonna do one, but then I just remembered she's got company today. Miss Tina wants to know, what is my next journey? What is your next journey? I'm kind of interested to find out myself. Eliana wants a reading on her DM. All right, let's do Miss Tina's real quick. Let's see, Miss Tina, what is coming in for Miss Tina? Next project, what's the next journey? Where are we going? I kind of have a feeling. So the Three of Wands totally just flew out. And the Three of Wands, Miss Tina, is about a brighter future. It's about your ships coming in. Something you've been waiting for. Something like that. Queen of Cups is unconditional love. Judgment is your higher calling or your purpose. Ace of Wands, new inspiration, new excitement. Five of Wands, challenges. So okay, so I just recently learned this can be about like practicing. You've been training for something, but here for the last couple of days, Mrs. L's challenges very much keeps coming to me. Eight of Cups, walking away from something. Oh, Miss Tina, yours got sad. The Tower, that's what's going to happen. The Hierophant, that's weird. And the Ten of Pentacles, not what I expected at all. Eight of Pentacles is on the bottom, Miss Tina. Miss Tina, this says that you've been working towards something. And you're almost there. So the Three of Wands flipping out right away, I feel like was the answer. What's happening is you're going to have a brighter future. You have something to be excited about, something to look forward to. It does kind of have something to do with love. It's unconditional love. So to see the Queen of Cups and the Judgment coming out does very much say twin journey to me. King of Cups is my twin flame clue card for the masculine. Queen of Cups is my twin flame clue card for the feminine. But it's kind of like you're moving from this, right? It's kind of like you're moving from this. So this is like past energy, and then this is like where you're at, and then this is like what's coming in. So I feel like this does very explain the energy of where you were on your twin journey. And Ace of Wands, right now, I do feel like you're having a hard time finding new inspiration or like finding things to be excited about. I do feel like it's possible that that's causing you some sort of challenges in your life somewhere. And I do think that Spirit's saying that you've done everything you could with this situation, and it is time to like move on. Your purpose is always going to be your purpose. You're always following your purpose. I feel like as long as you keep teaching us what you do, Miss Tina, that is your purpose. Like you do it very well. But you are needing to like change something. And I almost just got to, because I said that out loud. I said that if you just keep doing what you're doing, because you're always with us. Miss Tina calls herself the mother hen, like we're all her little chickadees. And she's always like, taking care of us. So that was very selfish of me, because actually the Eight of Cups tells me that you really need to put the focus on you, Miss Tina. You're always helping us, and you're always putting the focus on us. And I think it's time for you to put the focus on you, so you can kind of like go within and start deciding what it is that you really want to do. But the Tower does come out. The Tower does talk about like something surprising, shaking, like something could shake your foundation. Like if you believe something's going to be a certain way, like me and Miss L over here, we keep saying never, ever, and all those bad words. If you believe something, then yeah, that's the way it's going to be. So you have to, sometimes things happen to kind of like shake that foundation and shake it loose, so you can actually like see the truth of the situation. The Hierophant is Taurus. It is about something becoming official, and the Ten of Pentacles is about like some sort of family. So Miss Tina, just because I know you, see, if I didn't know you, I would say that this could be about a relationship, like some sort of marriage, some sort of happy family. And I would probably assume that it's going to be you. But since I know you and I know that you have a Taurus in your family, it is very possible that this Taurus in your family could marry and maybe even have more children. And so that would be like an extension of where you're going. And it would definitely shock all of us, right, Miss Tina? So yeah, if I was to say like what's happening here, you're just going to continue to follow your path, Miss Tina, your purpose, your mission, and you're just very much this kind of this Ten of Pentacles shows it's everybody, it's everything, and it's like they live in the best house and they have the best job and they don't go without anything and they have their pets and their grandparents and their kids and it's just everything, right? And I do feel like there's just a growth of that, some sort of expansion to that. So what do you think, Miss Tina? Are you falling out of your seat? I wonder if she's still here. She said jaw on the floor. I was too a little, but not so much once I think about it. I feel like it's just to be expected. All right, Eliana, we're gonna do yours next, but I'm being told, I suppose, to get the Gilded Tarot. All right. That happens a lot, I feel like, with Eliana. We'll be doing them, you know what I'm saying? And it's like all of a sudden, I gotta get another one. Or like I'll start with her and start with like a certain one, and then it's like, nope, now it's time for this one. All right. Eliana's DM. Just trying to see like the current energy. Five of Wands again. Wow. Oh. How odd is that? Like the same cards. Look at that, Scorpio, Eliana. All right, so Knight of Swords is on the bottom. Somebody's courageous and brings some sort of message. I always get freedom, liberty, like getting away from something, breaking chains, that type of thing with the Knight of Swords. Five of Wands was the first one to flip out. So I'm definitely feeling like there's challenges, Eliana. The challenges are going to have something to do with manifestation. And then of course, or this could be manipulation because I'm definitely getting like a karmic situation with the Justice card. And I'm also getting Libra energy. Yeah. Whew. Anyway, okay. Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles is like abundance. I'm sorry, I'm totally having a moment. We are deleting this one for sure. Cheryl's here. Hi. Totally messing it up, Cheryl. Junior's not here to help. All right, so Ten of Pentacles, Eliana, is like abundance, having everything you need. The Death card, Scorpio, I do feel like there's some sort of massive transformation. The Death card could also be saying something about Pluto coming out of retrograde. Like you could have, maybe the challenges is what's dropped away, like because something did drop away so that new things could come in. So if you were experiencing some sort of challenges, some sort of like stressful situation, and all of a sudden, like it just kind of cleared itself out, that could have very much been like Pluto going direct. But I'm also getting that like you're just having challenges with, because I know that Scorpio is your twin. So I definitely feel like that's what it is. And the challenge is going to be this situation up here with the manipulation and the karmic. Somebody does need to walk away from a situation. The Eight of Cups says that you've done everything you can, but this person always feels like, nope, there's more. I'm supposed to be doing more. I'm supposed to suffer more, something like that. Knight of Pentacles, again, a knight, courageous, brings messages, conversation. This is again going to be about this situation here. So it's like this person needs to leave some sort of manipulated situation and bring a message to someone about something that they're needing. Or I think you need it, not necessarily that you do. The karmic over here, Five of Pentacles, there could be someone who feels like abandoned or rejected. I don't think yet, but definitely like I feel like the manipulation is like you can't leave us type of thing. And the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man can be about like being suspended between two worlds, which I definitely feel like both of you feel that way. But I'm also feeling like this person just feels like he's losing everything. You see how like his coins are just like coming out of his pants. It's like everything's upside down. He can't turn it right side up, and everything's just like spilling out. It can be about releasing and letting go, but I don't see that this person has done that yet because he's still here in this Eight of Cups, like where he needs to walk away from a situation, but he's not. So Eliana, I don't know. Can you guys tell like the tone in my voice? I'm so glad that I decided not to be on camera today, because if you can't tell the tone of my voice, you would totally be able to tell in like my face. Because me and Eliana, it's so weird how close our journeys are. We both experienced the Scorpio situation. We both experienced the karmic situation. We're both kind of learning the same kind of things as we go through this journey. So it's super easy for me to do Eliana's readings, but I don't want to use the word trigger because, that already happened earlier. But you know what I mean? Like it's just like a confirmation. No, your energy is not hard to read at all. That was totally me having my moment, so it didn't have anything to do with your reading whatsoever. Yours always comes super easy. I feel like I can feel, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but like whenever there's a few people that get readings, most of you come to the lives, that I can feel your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like I can feel your energy. I can feel like what's being put out, and I can feel like what's coming in. And a lot of times, and I'm not saying like anybody's sad or anything like that, but a lot of times I can feel that weight, that heaviness, um, which makes me in turn think of my own, which then in turn, you know what I'm saying? But today, Eliana, was one of those special days. Um, yeah, like Miss Tina was saying, Katie's reunion. Some people you want to see, some people you don't. That type of situation. That's all I'll say about that. But yeah, not your energy at all. Your energy is super easy to read all the time. Cheryl says I'm doing fine. Thank you. You just got here. Miss L says, I feel that too hard on yourself, challenging. I am. We are all too hard on ourselves, Mrs. L. I feel like I'm not the only one. We very much all tend to do that. It's one of the biggest struggles I feel like in this twin journey. We're a lot harder on ourselves. You will see people that aren't hard on themselves. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of go through life and it's just easy, cheesy. They just go through the things, and they are not on this type of journey. So I feel like any of us that are, it's hard, it's difficult, and we push. Um, That's my motto, keep pushing. So I literally have like little post-its all over that say keep pushing. So yeah, we are. Should we be? Probably not. Maybe a little less. So Cheryl, how are you doing with company? I was wondering if you were going to join us. I sent you that message, and then right after I sent it, I was like, oh, I forgot that I think you have company today, if I recall correctly. So we did one for Miss L, and we did one for Miss Tina. We talked a little bit about spiritual protection, Cheryl, before you got here, and we just kind of talked about like the sage and the candles and the crystals and that type of thing. Everybody kind of told us like what it is that they use. Oh wow, that's the first time. Look, there's always a lag. There's not a lag right now. That's so weird. Oh nope, there's a lag. So we've only been on like 45 minutes. I was really super hoping Katie would be able to join us. I wanted her to tell us about her experience. I don't want to talk about it. I want to wait because I didn't mention names. So now I gotta wait until she tells us. Yeah. So Eliana says that's awesome. I can feel energy too. If I walk into a room, I can feel everything. Do you know how to turn it off? Or how to you can't turn it off. I shouldn't say that. Maybe you can. I don't know. I can't turn it off. But do you know how to like kind of put it in the background? You know what I mean? So you can still like focus and push through. I have this little thing that I do, Eliana. It's kind of like I picture myself in my mind in this box. And my box is always open because I want it to be open to receive, and I want to send out unconditional love. But a lot of times when I get into places, Walmart is my friend. Walmart, one of the situation, any kind of like big store, it doesn't matter, grocery store, doesn't matter. Anytime there's a lot of people, it just seems like the crazier people, I don't know, I get more nervous and like more anxious, and it's like more emotion. It's like some people are mad and sad, and there's a lot of angry people at Walmart. You know what I mean? Like it just the anger scares me. I don't know if anger scares you guys, but like if I walk into a place and they're probably harmless. It's just that they're so mad or so bitter or so upset about something. But it'll scare me and it'll make me feel like, oh, something bad's gonna happen. It's not necessarily something bad's gonna happen. It's just they're just mad. And I'm like, I don't know, I get mad too. So it's like weird to see someone else who like gets madder than me. And like, oh my gosh, that's so much. You want to like hug them. And I'm not really normally a hugger. So I'm just saying like, but do you guys do that? Do you guys feel like when you feel because I know most of you are probably going to be empaths, and that's what that is, Eliana. When you feel a certain everybody's energy, everybody, everything. I mean, dogs, pets, plants, it doesn't matter. When you feel that, that's what it is. But some people don't. Like again, interpretation, like sometimes we don't know something, so we sense that, like for me, before I realized that I was just sensing people's anger, I was just constantly always in fear, and I thought there was something wrong with me. Like, why can't I go to the grocery store? Why can't I go shopping at Walmart? You know what I mean? Like, why am I the weird one that runs back out to the car? That type of thing. So like once I knew, kind of learned what was happening, yeah, then I just learned that there's just a lot of angry people. Sad people, and a lot of sad people can compound. I've noticed. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but it's kind of like the anger. It can compound. It like gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and yeah, funerals are super super hard for me. Super. And it's weird because when I can leave a funeral and I can feel like that, it's just days because it's so much. But I have learned how to do the box, and that's what I was saying. Sorry, the box. So it has a lid. I leave it open, and whenever I start to feel like it's just getting to be too much, and I just can't handle it, or in some cases, I am very proactive. Like in some cases, when I'm parking my car in that parking lot, and I know I'm fixing to go into Walmart, definitely closing the box. Like I'm closing before I even get in there. You know what I mean? And I'm one of those people that like, and Miss Tina, she loves to shop. God bless her. But she will go around all the different places, and like I'm going to go in there, and I want to get what I'm going to get, and I want to get out. It's very rare that I want to like mingle, and it's funny because I think it's because I just when I had the kids and I was married, I was always really rushed, and I just never really had time, and so I thought, well, I'm just used to it, right? Like it's just habit for me. But no, actually, I've come to learn that it's best for me. It's best for me just to get in and out as quick as possible. Eliana says it makes her not want to be around people. That is what happens. She says she feels a lot of sadness. Yes, that is what happens. But you can't. So, Eliana, because you are on the journey, it tells me that you are going to have some sort of purpose. Like you are going to have some sort of mission. We all have a purpose or mission. When you're on twin journey, everybody's on some sort of journey. It doesn't matter. We can label it all different which ways, but everybody's on some sort of journey. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a mission. Do you go through life living your life, learning the lessons up until you reach the point where you've learned certain things and you realize that you're supposed to follow your purpose. Do you continue to learn lessons after that? Yes, absolutely. But you have to share those gifts. So what happens is a lot of times, especially tarot readers, it's really common. And I'm not trying to mean to anybody or pick on anybody. I mean, I'm a tarot reader. It's true. It's just the way it is. But a lot of times that's why I don't want to be on the camera. A lot of times that's why I don't advertise like the lives. It just gets to be too much. You know what I mean? Um, when I can do them by myself and I can pick and decide like when I want to do the energy, if I start to do it and it feels like off to me, I can stop. And I'm like, this is a recorded video. I can come back and do this at a different time when I feel more protected. Um, when I'm doing like the lives and we've set up a time and like now we have to come on here and do this, I don't feel protected. I'm like, oh no, we're out here. You know what I'm trying to say? Yes, energy healer. So you are going to be some sort of healer, Eliana. So you will have to eventually emerge, out here with the rest of us. Ooh, that's interesting. Mrs. L says electricity and me have always had special moments. I found out I was an empath so much now that I look back makes better sense to me. She heals with frequencies. Super interesting, Mrs. L. Cheryl says, do me, I'm back. No company yet. All right, let's do Cheryl's and see what comes out. So since no company yet, I want to know, Cheryl, what do you do? I've not seen any sage at your house. So I know you're not burning sage over there. I don't recall seeing any crystals. What about candles? Do you like candles, Cheryl? We were all talking about like what our thing is, like what our spiritual, how we protect ourselves. And I know like we're on a live and it's probably inappropriate, but are we coming over for dinner? Like was that a plan? Isn't today Saturday? Weren't you supposed to have company today? Is that today or do I have the wrong day? All right, let's see. Ooh, big tower. 4 of Pinnacles. 6 of Cups. Ooh. 10 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Page of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Justice. Ooh, this Justice card feels awesome, Cheryl. Not like that other one we had earlier. 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Cheryl, wow. Have mercy. what is happening? And you started out with the tower. And actually, I think you've gotten a tower a couple different times because I kept saying that I thought it was going to be the book situation, like something that surprises you or something like that. But something is coming to light. Some sort of truth is being spoken, but it's by a person. It's someone who's like been holding on to something really tightly. It could be someone who's holding on to you really tightly. But it's about, okay, so Six of Cups is like reunion. Oh, I know what it is. I'm all excited. It's something else. It is a reunion. Cheryl has company today. It is a fair kind of like a small reunion. But that is what the Six of Pentacles, I mean, Six of Cups is. Ten of Wands tells me whatever the situation is, it ends. It brings some sort of end to like a stressful time for you. Four of Wands can make you feel secure. Okay, Cheryl, so I know you and I know what's happening. And so like I'm able to read this a lot different because Four of Wands, I would just be like, oh, financial security, whatever, whatever. No, this is your family. This is like totally your family. So Cheryl has family visiting. That's how I knew we're supposed to come over there. Ten of Cups, emotional contentment. Okay, so to me, what this feels like, when all my children are together, Cheryl, because my children all live every which where. William, of course, my youngest son, God bless him, I love him. He's right next door. He's 19, fixing to be 20. But he's doing the things. So I'm proud of him. Patrick, my oldest son, two babies, married, doing the things. Love him. My middle son, I love him. He stresses me out, but I love him. He's deployed at not deployed. He's on a, well, yeah, he's in the military and he's off somewhere doing something. So I'm proud of all three of them. But when they're all home and they're all like in my house together, um, it's very much this Ten of Cups. You know what I mean? Like it's very much this fulfillment, contentment. Everybody's safe. We're all here. That type of feeling. It does very much feel like wishes being granted. Page of Pentacles tells me that something new. There's some sort of new situation. See, I kept thinking this was going to be like about you and your books, but I'm definitely not. I'm definitely getting like this is about a very close family, a very tight knit family. It's like good things are starting to come in for everybody because it's time. It's like time for something to be balanced out. Everyone struggled and went through really hard times, and it's time to, wow, I don't know what I just did. It's time to like get together and rejoice, be happy. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but I totally just thought about Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys, Miss Tina was here, I know, watching last year, when I had Thanksgiving. We weren't doing lives back then though. But yeah, like we're definitely going to be talking about Cheryl's Thanksgiving dinner on a next live, like after we eat there. So the only thing really, Cheryl, that's sticking out to me is this Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Like it's kind of throwing me off. The Tower, I guess, would probably throw me off because you're not surprised that these people are coming. You knew they were coming. You were excited about it, planned on it, that type of thing. But it's like this whole row right here is throwing me off. I would say this is more of like what's happening right now. Excitement, safety, security, everybody's together. But there is some sort of tower moment, like something shocking. It's going to end some sort of stressful situation that you've been dealing with for a long time because the Ten of Wands is like exhaustion. And then justice coming out. It's like it's just meant to be. It's time. Justice, I wouldn't necessarily say divine timing, but it's almost like the situation is finally balanced out. Eliana says, too many energy is so draining. The other day you said you felt like I can channel energy. I do too. I do feel that, Eliana. I felt that was the very first reading that something actually came up and I was like, ooh, I can kind of like see where this was going. And really that's all we do. We just follow the path. So Cheryl, you're gonna have to tell us what the tower is here. What's this ending of this complicated situation, where something's being balanced out? I almost said money just now, but I don't necessarily want to say, yeah, I'm not sure. Definitely something is like being made fair. Oh, you guys, I forgot to go back and check the Facebook group. See, so much easier when Junior's here. I think we're okay. Nice. So you have to tell us you have to tell me what it is. You don't have to tell all of us what it is. But like when I come over, like you're gonna have to tell me. And did you say like are we supposed to come over there because it's 6 now? So I know he should be getting home soon. I just kind of want to know what we're supposed to do so I can kind of have it situated. What did the light expose? I know, right? We have to know, Cheryl. You're gonna have to tell us. Like you're gonna have to show us what it showed you. She says, "Yeah, I gotta get started." Oh, that's for me. Oh, I gotcha. So we are going over there. So I do need to be ready because it's so funny because I thought like I wasn't gonna get on the camera and I wasn't gonna, I was just gonna do the cards or whatever. And I was like, I'm totally in my pajamas. Then put my pajama pants on. But I mean, I'll totally get dressed, especially like if you're cooking, I'll get dressed. Ooh, Miss L wants to know, what did you make? Spaghetti. Heck yeah. Cheryl makes spaghetti. It's one of those things where I thought I didn't like something until somebody made it like properly and I ate it and I was like, oh wow, this is actually really good. She's gonna make spaghetti. So I turned that card over for myself and I got the chariot, so it tells me I need to get moving. Ooh, salad, nice. So did I just invite myself or were we really supposed to? I swear I feel like I remember Junior saying something about it. I don't think he's remembered either. Oh, Miss L said with garlic bread and a salad. Miss L, you done got me excited about the salad. Look, Miss L wants to come for dinner too, Cheryl. She is a very good cook. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I was really hoping we could get a couple more people to come in. I know people have been having questions about it. Maybe we'll do another one soon. I am starting week 2 of the Artist Way. So I imagine the next live we're going to do is going to be about week 2. Cheryl says, no lemonade, Miss O, but all the rest. I'm gonna get off here and get myself dressed again. I then came home and hid out and totally forgot that we had plans. And then of course I remembered when she got on. So I'm glad you got on so I could remember and be ready in time. And he should be home soon. Meat and papas. Oh, potatoes. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for always coming in here and sitting with me. Maybe the next one we'll put out for the actual Purple LunaRose tarot page, and we can get a few more people in here. I know it seems like you guys like the later ones. It's super hard to do the later ones now that Junior is working these late shifts, but Yeah, we'll figure something out. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I want you guys to try to help me think of a live name. So YouTube is picking on everybody, right? And they're kind of telling us all what we need to do to make things better. And they definitely suggested that we have a name for our live, like a regular one. Like notice today it says Purple Lunar Rose Tarot Live. I just feel like this is a big tongue twister. I thought about LunaRose live, but I guess there's another LunaRose. So I need to come up with some sort of name. So just kind of think about it. I think Cheryl had Moonlight Live, which I really liked. But yeah, kind of think on it. See if you guys can give me some ideas. Shoot me a message, that type of thing. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. Have a good night. Thank you guys for always coming, and I'm sending you love and light.